I'll tell you.
Wales is nice.
Hold on one second. I'm going to get Emma into everybody who's watching on YouTube. I just got to pull Emma into the show real quick, and then we'll have Emma on the show. I want to thank you for coming on the show. I did a little research on you, so I know a little bit about you. But while I'm getting you set up on the YouTube, why don't you tell us a little bit about you?
Cool. So yeah, I've pretty much been a musician since a really young age. Been singing since I was like 8 years old. I was classically trained. And then when I was like a teenager, I started writing songs and getting into my own kind of swing of things and kind of like branching out of the classical genre. But I still really love it. It's still like something that's really like I always listen to classical music, and it's given me so much like strength in my voice and everything. So that was like a real benefit going into like the more like rocky kind of
So that
stuff.
so that 14-year-old girl singing in a church, that's you.
Pretty much,
That I
yeah.
that I found on YouTube. And speaking of which, classically trained, much like Pat Benatar, right? Pat Benatar started out as an opera singer, and uh,
Yeah.
and went into rock and roll, and had one of the strongest voices in rock and roll. So
It
that,
does help. And so did Annie Lennox as well. Annie Lennox is classically trained as well.
you
And
know,
you can hear it in her voice. Like it does give you such a good setup. Like it just yeah, it's there. So you can't get rid of it, and you've just got it there then. But it is a really good I'd advise anyone to do it. Like any kids who, want to be a singer one day.
so did you like start out when you say classically trained? Was that through school, or is it something that your parents put you in, or?
Yeah, well, I think I was like singing at like it's some kind of like harvest festival thing at school, and I was quite a jazz hand child, so I was always like performing and stuff. And then they were like, she could actually sing, so I think you should get her some lessons. So then I got some. My mom like took me to this woman who was like a really quite a well-renowned opera singer like in her day. Like she had quite an amazing career, but like she trained me, and literally I couldn't have asked for like a better person. I was so lucky to have her like live near me. um so yeah, that's basically it. And then she just took me under her wing, and yeah,
I,
got me to where I am now, I suppose.
I know you're young. I mean, I've got clothes that are older than you. Okay, but
Really?
when I was young, I always was into bands and going to see bands live, and I always felt like anybody can make a record that you really could tell who's talented when you go see a live performance, and that's what I really like about you. You've been posting every Monday these Music Monday videos of acoustic performances, and I can tell just by what I swear to God. I don't know how I found you. I just cruise around YouTube looking for people and looking for talented people. And I got to you and I was like, her videos have 24 hits. And she's got this amazing voice. I don't get it. And then today, I find this like anime computer game video that you sang with 96,000 views that was
Yeah,
released in April of this year. So is that
yeah.
just because of the anime and the company that did it? And it's free. So I don't know if it's your song, but they're giving it away and telling people to use it and all that good
Yeah, so
stuff.
yeah. So I'll give you a bit of background on that. So I'm like a songwriter as well. So I've obviously got like the band stuff that is actually quite like new. So that's why like I'm trying to grow it at the moment, because that's why the hits are lower. Because it's not that old. We haven't really been doing it for that long. I released some stuff like solo, and then the band didn't start until like it hasn't even been half a year yet.
No, it's
So
been like what 5 months, I think, right?
yeah. So we still kind of like, yeah, we've got some exciting stuff coming like next year. But anyway, about the so that video, I songwrite as well, like as like kind of part of my job. And that was a song I wrote. So the normally like someone will give me a track or a beat or something and go, do something cool with this, like do a cool melody and lyrics and stuff. So that was one of the tracks, and it was it was on a label, so that's why the hits are so high. It was Magic Records, I think.
Yeah,
So
Magic Records. Yeah.
yeah, so that's why the hits are so high, is because it's the label are pushing it.
Now, are you big on the technical end? Because I heard you talk about Pro Tools. Are you like big on the recording end of it, or you just like to write and you have like somebody in the band who's the nerd that does all the recording and stuff like that?
Well, we've actually recorded recently for like things we're going to release like early next year. So we actually go to someone who does all the recording stuff. But yeah, we do have people in the band who know their way around. I think every musician kind of knows their way around a little bit, like Logic and stuff like that. But yeah, I naturally like, because you just want to focus on what you want to focus. I want to focus on like songwriting and that kind of area, but I do like delving into like, you know, vocal mixing, and I think you should know a little bit about like that if you're a singer, just like how to make your voice sound like decent quality, so that you're not like, you know, when you're posting videos and stuff, it's just like, yeah, it sounds okay, but that everyone's put off by like a terrible sound or like distortion or, you know, anything like that. But yeah,
Let
I've
me
got like a basic knowledge, but I wouldn't say that I'm not a producer.
let me tell you what. Don't ever trust the sound guys because they don't care. I'll tell you a sound guy story. One time I'm in a bar when we first started 20 years ago. I've been doing this 20 years. I'm standing next to the sound guy. I didn't know anything about sound when I started doing this. And a year ago, I worked in a sound studio for a year and a half. So I was a sound guy too. But the sound guy goes to me, "You see that singer up there? He just moved the monitor. And now he's sorry. Now he's because I'm not going to do anything and it's going to feed back all night because I know the room, I know the equipment." But the problem was
Yeah.
the singer couldn't hear himself. So he went to the sound guy, "Listen, can you turn me up in the monitor because I can't hear myself?" And the sound guy wouldn't do that either. So the kid took the monitor and moved it in front of him so he could hear himself. And all night long, it just fed back all night long. And I kept on
Oh
going
my
to this.
God.
I kept on going to the sound guy. "Come on, dude." You know, he's like, I told him not to move it. He moved it. He's screwed. So he's on his own. So never trust the sound guy.
Wow.
But see, you're a woman, so you know how to work the sound guy. All you got to do is bat your eyes at him, flirt a little bit, right? And it's done and over with. It's tougher for
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
guys because it's all sound guys. There's no sound women, unfortunately, because the audio
Yeah.
field is so sexist that none of these studios would even hire a sound woman, I don't think. But actually, the studio I worked at, we did have a sound woman, and she was great. She did a great job.
Yeah. I've
Uh, I,
had one sound woman. I've had one at at live shows. I've had one sound woman. She was really good, but
yeah,
I've only ever had one,
you know
and
why?
she was
'Cause-
ballsy.
Yeah, because women's care. Because women care about the sound. If you're a sound guy at the bar, you just care about the hot women in the band on the stage, and you're not even paying attention to doing the sound or anything. And usually they're getting drunk, and they don't know what's going on. So that's the other part of the problem too.
Yeah.
I just want to say everybody enjoy Emma now because next year when she starts releasing stuff, she won't be on the show ever again. She'll be too big for us. So
That's not true. That's not true.
I've been doing this for 20 years. I know, Emma. Let me tell you what, you're super talented.
Cut the closes, I want it straight down the line. Time is worthless, spent on an earthless rhyme. Pretty metaphors can't save me anymore. I need the clear of my sight. So open your purses, I'm taking what's rightfully mine. Fool the clueless who think they're sharper than a die. Close your renegade eyes, I'm not losing my sight. Time to live and let die. And somehow, maybe I'm falling to when I thought everything over you. Came to, and right now everything's ticking in my mind. I can feel I'm important. Yeah. So you wanna with